1389, 1389. John X-ray Paul. 8839. No water warrant. Roger. 388, 3888. See the woman. A 415 fight. 2701 Wilder. Code 2. 13 Zebra 20. Go to TAC 2. Zebra 223. Roger. 13 Z20. Zebra 22. Verify out to Newton.
12 X-ray 83. Paul Sam William.
Repeat your code 6 location.
What do you think?
Fit the description. Maybe we got lucky.
Go on. Go on in there. Do it. Close.
But not close enough. 12W22, this is 12W21. You got any action down there?
A couple of winos and some kids trying to buy beer. How about you guys? Sure that clerk knows what to do if they show?
That's a Roger. We rehearsed with him almost an hour this afternoon. All he's got to do is stay cool, hit the switch on his beer sign when they leave.
You sure you checked the back door?
Don't get so hinky, Leach. You just take care of your end of it.
A couple real wise guys.
Hey, we didn't check to see if he did bar the back door.
Look, there's no sweat. We're sitting out here on double stakeout, getting calluses on our tail. Meanwhile, those two bandits are probably down on Central hitting some other liquor store.
Be cool, man. Get your hand back up on the counter. What you looking for, man? Something's wrong, Ricky. This dude done took his eye off the gun. Bells, man, go! You wasn't cool enough, man.
Mouthpiece to a trumpet.
You hold on to it.
Yeah.
What happened?
The clerk forgot to bar the back door.
I thought you said you checked the back door. Come on, Roy. Let the hotshots clean up their own mess. Should have checked the back door. But at least you told the guy to lock it and he didn't, so I'm trying to forget about it.
Forget it? That clerk had a wife and a couple of kids. I saw him in his wallet. Forget it. They're not going to forget it.
And get the two creeps that did it. Now, we'll continue working the liquor stores in the 6 square block area they've been hitting. Every other night for a month now. Their luck's going to change, and when it does, we'll nail it.
That was their first homicide. They know what it feels like now. And they're going to do it again.
Go home. You're working up too much overtime.
Go on. Turnover makes me nervous. He's too nice to us.
He just likes us, that's all. You know, we really blew it tonight.
Honey? Is everything okay?
Yeah. Everything's fine. How are you doing?
Oh, okay.
Feeling good?
I just wish this baby would come. I don't remember the last one taking this long.
Just be patient, will you? It'll be here when it's ready.
Okay, Doctor. I let Randy wait up for you so you can help her brush your teeth. She fell asleep on the couch. She's so silly. How's, H?
Hagen.
Hagen. You've been working with him for 3 months. I can't remember the man's name. That's terrible.
No.
Yes.
He's fine. He's fine. Best partner I ever had.
What?
I'm sorry. The second best I've ever had.
Well, that's better.
Sergeant Hagen.
What's up?
She says she can give it to 2 guys who at the liquor store last night. Yes, ma'am, I'm ready. The one who carries the shotgun is Oscar Floyd. And the other one's name is Ricardo Gibbs. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We think it's terrible about the man in the liquor store last night, too. Do you happen to know what kind of car they used? Station wagon? With a dented front end. Would you know their license number by any chance? Yes, ma'am. I'll wait. See what you can get on those 2, okay? Yes, ma'am. Well, you've been a big help, Mrs. X. Could I have a phone number just in case I... Hello? Hello? Sergeant Hagen, robbery homicide. I'd like you to run the registration on a license number for me. 934 Charles Union Lincoln.
These guys have been handled plenty.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Well, Mrs. X is batting 1,000 so far. I ran the license she gave me, just like she said, station wagon. Registered to Lena Floyd, 219 East 75th Place.
These guys are bad dudes. Look at these packages.
Lena Floyd is Oscar Floyd's mother. And look here, on his last 510, he listed as his occupation, musician.
It's got to be our trumpet player.
Let's go fishing. Lena Floyd?
Yes?
I'm Sergeant Hagen. This is Sergeant Triplett. I'd like to talk to your son,
Which one?
Oscar.
He ain't here.
You mind if we see for ourselves, ma'am?
He ain't here, and he don't stay here.
Then you won't mind if we come in and take a quick look around, will you?
Who sleeps in there?
The second boy, Odell.
What's out back?
Go look for yourself. I told you he wasn't here.
If you happen to see your son, you can do him a big favor. Tell him to turn himself in.
Big shot cops. You come out here waving them guns around. You wasn't looking to do my son no favor. You was looking to shoot him down. You think I'm a fool?
You just remember what I told you, ma'am. What do you say, Norris? What do you got?
211. Looks like the same boys that blew away the clerkman at your stakeout last night. This time they took out a policeman.
Dead?
No, he caught part of the blast in his leg, but he'll be okay.
What happened?
Well, the first unit on the call was the L car. They practically ran into the guys coming out of the store. They split up. The officer went after the guy with the shotgun.
What about the other bandit?
What do you mean?
What happened to him?
Go ask him.
Do you know how many states, including this one, have voted back in capital punishment? Huh? You know what that little episode earned you last night? It earned you the pill. You keep it in a tin cup under your chair. And then when they're ready, they drop it into a tank full of acid. It takes about a minute before there's enough gas to do anything. And you sit there and you listen to it hiss. Trying not to breathe, but eventually you gotta take a breath. And that first lungful of air burns you so bad, you start choking. And your tongue swells up and you strangle on it. Oh, it's real slow.
Come on, Jimmy, get off his back.
Wait.
Come on, lit a cup of
Real
coffee.
slow. You know, I'm gonna come up to the cube.
Come on.
I'm gonna watch him gash you. You know that?
Shouldn't have talked to you that way. But he's right, you know. If you don't come through now, you're gonna ride a murder beef straight into the green room. Why don't you tell me about your partner? Oscar Floyd.
You knew? You let me go through all that, man, and you knew his name all the time?
We knew all about it. I just want you to tell me.
I really don't know if I buy it. What Gibbs says about Floyd hiding out in a secret room.
He said he did it as a kid, and he still does it. Only now he's got a shotgun to keep him company.
Well, I'm gonna feel awful stupid trying to kick in a door to a secret room.
Hey, look at this. Look for Mrs. X. She was close enough to see the license plate, so she's got to be around here somewhere.
Right.
Sergeant Hagan, Police Department.
How did you find me?
Pardon me?
Well, you shouldn't ought to be here. What if she was to find out I was the one who called you?
She's not going to find out. My partner and I are going to door knock every house on this street, so she won't know who, if anybody, talked. And I do want to talk to you. Is there someplace we can meet that you'd feel more safe?
I seen the two boys leave her house last night in the blue car. Oscar had a funny-looking little shotgun. And she just stood on the porch and told them to be careful. You know, I seen them leave like that lots of times, and I know they was going out to steal. But this time, they killed, and I had to tell somebody.
Well, you did the right thing by calling them. You know, once they start killing, they don't stop. And Oscar will stay at it until we catch him.
You don't have to tell me about that Oscar Floyd. I know him well. He's always been a thief. Stole from me. Stole my child. Took her and ruined. And his mama just laughed like she always do when he do something bad.
Ma'am, do you have any idea where he might be now?
No. No, but he won't be back at his mama's house now that you've been there.
Just in case he does come by. Will you call me?
Well, I'll try, but I'm scared of them. You don't know how bad they are.
I do too, ma'am. I saw the man Oscar Floyd killed the other night.
Hagen, Triplet, come in here a minute, will you?
That guy's got radar. Every time we come through the door, he's calling us.
Oh, gee, he likes us.
What's the word on Oscar Floyd?
Gone dry. He's in a hole somewhere.
All right, well, then I'm assigning you to some new cases. Leach and Kilgore aren't clearing him fast enough, and the stats for the month look lousy.
Jewelry store caper looks the cleanest. One bandit, male caulk, mid-40s, dark suit, gloves. Hits them when they first open the doors in the morning.
Henry Melvin sure looks good for it. The computer popped out his name so fast, they had to put his MO card through for a second run.
Let's hope the address is still good.
Well, it ought to be the second one from the end here.
Yeah, I'll see you.
All right. Yep. There's somebody there, all right. There's a car in the driveway, and I saw the curtains when we went by. You can come up now.
Okay, let's do it. 12W90, this is 12W21. With the location, be ready for the call to our player.
12W21, 12W19, roger on your request.
Come on, phone. Ring. You're dead, sucker.
Okay, take it easy. Come on. Against the wall. That's it. Spread them out.
Okay, we're in. Thanks for your help. Well, looky here. You guys who play with guns make me sick.
Yeah? I saw the way you looked when you drew down on me. You liked it, man.
Want to see us, Lieutenant?
Yep. How'd it go?
It wasn't a show-up, it was a washout.
We had 6 witnesses from 3 different jewelry store 211s. All positive. It was not Melvin.
Were they telling the truth or were they scared?
They liked the mug shots this morning. They had to be scared.
We at least got him on a gun charge.
Okay. Well, I have some good news for a change. Just had a call. Your wife checked into maternity. You can have the rest of the night off.
Hey, the caseload was heavy enough when Triplet was here. I'm going under without him.
Well, you just hang in there, Ed. Triplet will be back the middle of next week.
Mm-hmm. If I can last that long. Hagen. Sure, I remember you. Okay. Meet you there in half an hour.
I heard this on the street, so I can't say for sure. But he's supposed to be living outside the city with some woman in a white apartment house behind a restaurant at 5th and Santa Fe.
That's Glenville PD's area. That's it?
Do you know what they'd do to me if they found out I was talking to you?
Look, they're not going to find out. And nothing's going to happen to you. You did the right thing. It's the white apartment building behind the restaurant at 5th and Santa Fe.
Yeah, that's ours. Who's the suspect?
The shotgunner. His name is Oscar Floyd.
I know him and want him. He was capering down here in Glenville about a month ago. I got him made on at least half a dozen 211s. How good's your information?
Good as it ever is.
Okay. I'll get a couple of my boys to check on it. I'll let you know what we get.
Well, how long do you think it'll take?
It's hard to tell. I don't have the personnel of a big city department like you guys.
Yeah, I understand. Listen, if you get anything before I get off duty, you can give me a call at the station. Otherwise, I'll be at this number tonight. One of our guys is retired, and we're giving him a little send-off.
Okay, Hagen, I'll have some of my boys check it out right away.
Thanks. Hey, I thought you were going to call.
Well, I thought I'd just come around and give you the news personally.
Oh, good. Care for a drink?
I'll pass. Never touch it while I'm working. You know, I think my boys have come up with some pretty good stuff.
Good.
I had a little trouble with the address because the north-south dividing line runs right through that area and it plays hob with the numbers. But the manager of this one building says that she's got a guy living in apartment 9 that matches Floyd's description. The other tenants are always complaining because there's loud music coming out of that apartment.
Hey, that sounds like our man. You know, he plays a trumpet.
Now, wait till you hear the clincher. I ran him through records, and I dug out an FI card on him that puts him right at that address on last Friday.
That's super. That'll do it. You'll want some of your boys in on the arrest.
I wouldn't miss it for the world. Me and my boys will help you take him down.
That's great. We'll do it Monday morning. Early.
Guys, grab me.
Daddy, Mommy says there's a phone call for you.
Okay, just a second. Here you go. Grab it. I got a phone call. I'll be right back.
It's, what's his name?
Hello, Ed?
Jimmy, I'd hate like hell to bother you at home. I know you got your hands full, but I'm in the corner. We got a line on Oscar Floyd. He's hiding out at an apartment in Glenville. Only one of our guys I could round up was Kilgore. And the Glenville PD wants a couple of their people there for appearance.
Well...
Daddy, Adam's throwing cake at everybody.
All right, Randy. You go on out there and you tell him if he doesn't stop it, I'm going to arrest him. You hear me?
Hooray!
Go get him. Okay, Ed, count me in. It'll be worth it just to get Oscar Floyd off our backs. I'll be there Monday morning at 6 a.m. at the station. All right.
Who's Oscar Floyd?
Oh, just another bad guy.
Now, what was that all about?
That's something I got to do Monday morning.
Why don't you ever talk about your work? Most men come home, tell their wives.
I don't bring it home, and you know that.
Then I never know anything that's happening.
Look, let's get going. Come on, kid.
Yes?
Are you the landlady, ma'am?
Yes.
Police officers. We'd like to check out apartment 9.
Well, it's about time. Would you like to see the key?
Please.
You know, those people in 9 have been nothing but grief for me. This is a nice place. Really fine people in it. Keep getting calls all night long from the tenants about the rockin' and the boogieing that's going on in 9. Ah, here it is.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Ma'am, can you identify anybody living in that apartment?
Well, only the one I rented it to. His name is Mims, but there's all kinds of people going in and out all day and all night.
There's somebody in there.
We make a good team. You can hear him, I can smell him. Police officers!
He's in the bed. He's covered up.
Yeah.
Take a look at that closet.
The shotgun case.
He's probably got that shotgun in bed with him.
How are we gonna take it?
Head on. There's no other way to do it. Where's Barlow?
In the kitchen making a sandwich.
Police officer.
What happened?
We, just blew up Oscar Floyd.
We better call in. Get the shooting team out here.
What were you guys using?
Colt Python. 357 mag.
38 Diamondback.
What kind of loads?
Regulation?
Regulation. Except for one hot one.
What you guys say. Looks good. Bought and paid for it. You tried to take the gun away from you. You blew him off the end of it, right?
What about the ammo? The hot one?
Don't worry about it. Guy got what he asked for.
Lieutenant Terranova's office. Hagen. Kelsey? Partner.
Yeah, Raj. Okay, I'll tell him. Well, the SID boys just left, and the coroner's taking the body away now. Kemp says it looks like you two did just about everything right.
What does just about everything mean?
You wasted the wrong man. Stiff on the bed is a guy named Randall Mims. No record. No wants.
But we did have good PC to believe that Floyd was in that bed with a shotgun. And the dead guy did try and disarm you.
Sound like you're trying to convince somebody.
No, it's just
Yeah, I know. Too much of that don't worry business. Makes you a little edgy.
When are they going to have the autopsy results?
Well, the coroner posted the body this morning, so we ought to have the preliminary reports by the end of the day.
It'll sure make me feel a lot better when you find the powder on that body. That'll nail it down.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for that Mims guy. You got him at close range when he's trying to get your gun away.
Listen, I don't want you to sweat it. Look, I talked to Kelsey. I must have told him 50 times. Make sure the coroner checks for powder residue.
That ought to be enough. Even for old Kelsey.
Yeah. He's been on the shooting team cases for over 5 years. I mean, he's got to know what to do.
I sure hope so.
That's the office. That's right. Now, I gave him the key in good faith, right? Because you were all complaining. Every one of you was complaining. That's them! That's the one! These two guys!
Raj, roll towards me a fraction more. And Joe, a few inches to your left. Okay, that's it. That's good. Should do it.
Okay.
Should do what? That's not even where we were standing when we shot the guy.
Just take it easy. This is just a reenactment. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Perfect? That's not even close.
According to the wound pass from the autopsy and the bullet markings, this is just the way it went down.
That's not the way it went down, damn it. You got my 2 bullets entering the back. You got the 2 of us standing side by side, 5 feet from the bed. And we execute the guy.
Just take it easy. I told you 2 guys not to worry. Just relax and take it easy.
What happened at the autopsy? Did they find the powder residue?
No residue. Coroner screwed up. Scrubbed the body with disinfectant before we could tell him to look for powder. Stand up.
Additional police units were called to the scene late this afternoon when an angry crowd gathered to hear Bernard Turner, a local candidate for the state assembly. Turner strongly criticized the way the police are handling the shooting. He called for a full investigation by the county grand jury. But as yet, the district attorney's office has refused to confirm.
That's the second time you've seen it tonight.
I just can't believe it. Everybody's making it sound like we murdered that poor guy Mims in cold blood.
Jimmy, don't worry about it.
You sound like Joe Kelsey. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And that's what he says every time we turn around. And then something else breaks loose.
I'm sure he means well. I'm sure of it. I mean, he's a cop, too. He understands.
Sure. You know, I feel sick enough about blowing up that guy. But the way our luck's been going, we might end up in worse shape than he is.
Hey, how's it going?
Great, we learned how to answer phones.
Look, I'm sorry, fellas. I spent the entire morning after the shooting with Kelsey and Kemp. I told them everything I could to help you out.
What?
I told the shooting team how it went down, how it's so routine and all.
No, I mean, when did you say you talked to him? Did you say you talked to him the morning after the shooting?
Yeah. Yeah, I spent the entire morning with him.
Oh, no wonder. The coroner didn't find any powder residue on the body.
What do you mean?
I mean that no one told him to look for it. And I mean that Kelsey and Kemp didn't even go to the autopsy. They hung around here all morning, interviewing Roy.
Well, that does it. I told you I had a feeling those guys were going to screw up. They're supposed to have a great rep, right? Well, to me, they're a couple of bums.
I want to see the two of you in my office. Roy, get someone else to cover the phones.
I had a headache all morning. Now it's going to get worse.
I just had a call from upstairs. The shooting team took its findings to the DA's office. The case has been assigned to a deputy DA by the name of Westfall. He wants to talk to you. I think they're getting ready to go to the grand jury.
You think we should talk to Westfall?
You have no choice. You've been ordered to give up your constitutional rights and tell the DA everything.
Can they do that?
Jimmy, they just did it.
And as a matter of policy, we always give police officers an opportunity to tell us their version before we take any further kind of action. Well, you've both told me what happened. And to be perfectly honest, I just can't believe either one of you. Your story is totally at odds with all of the physical evidence in this case. And I cannot find one single fact that backs you up. I'm going to recommend a grand jury hearing to the district attorney.
See the look on their faces? It's like they've already made up their minds.
Well, let's hope the grand jury hasn't. Look, hold on for a minute. I'll be right back. Lieutenant Turner, we're going inside.
I never thought I'd say this. But I'm glad Terranova's here. He's the only one stuck by us through this whole thing.
Listen, why don't you guys grab a seat? They're just finishing up with another witness. Won't be too long, okay?
May we please have a comment?
Jimmy? They're calling you first.
Good luck, partner.
If they offer me a blindfold, I'll refuse it.
Real hero.
Yeah. Triplet.
You okay?
Yeah. I think I'll call home, all right?
All right, Jimmy.
And Joyce, how's the baby?
Oh, she'll be all right. Just a little croupy. Have you testified yet? Oh, Jimmy, don't worry. It'll turn out okay. It's got to. I'll see you when you get home.
All right, Ed? Compared to what? Come on, let's get out of here.
You in real trouble now. You said you would shoot my Oscar down in the street like a dog, but you killed somebody else's son instead. I'm going in there and tell them all about it.
Your turn to choose. Chinese, Italian, Mexican?
How about some eggs? Poached.
Stomach still bothering you?
I don't know. Nerves, I guess.
What do you got to be nervous about?
Huh.
All available units, 12 out of 46. A shooting in progress. 72nd at Hooper. Code 3.
We're only about 2 blocks from there.
Yeah. Are we gonna roll?
Put your hands behind your head. Come on out. Slowly.
I had to kick him out twice because he was drunk and bothering the players. And about a half hour later, he come back and don't say nothing, just start shooting the place up.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
There's somebody still inside, the young kid who cleans the place up.
Bring him on out.
He's got a bullet in him. Looks pretty bad. I called in. Rescue unit ought to be here any minute.
Who shot the kid?
Tony shot? I don't know. He was okay before you guys got here.
The two of you are going to make an old man of me. Do you know that? Yeah, I know. You went by the book. But why the hell did it have to be the two of you that answered the call?
Got any news on the kid?
No, there's no change. He's still in critical condition.
What next?
You sweat it out. That's what's next. Until we find out who belongs to the bullet.
I think the coroner got enough of the bullet out of the kid for Mallory to be able to make the comparison.
Okay, that's the last one. Now I've got test shots from all 5 guns.
Now we got about 45 minutes until the deputy chief has to release his statement to the press.
I got a match. The death bullet came from one of the patrol officers' guns.
All right. Like I told you before, the two of you are going to be the death of me yet. What's wrong, Ed? You're in the clear.
Think about that kid that got shot. 15 years old. What a stupid, lousy waste of life.
Come on. Poor kid was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, like Randall Mims.
It appears the grand jury has returned a true bill of indictment against Edward Hagan and James Clifton, charging each of them with a violation of Section 192 and Section 149 of the State Penal Code. To wit, felony manslaughter and assault under color of authority.
Police Association has posted bail for both of you, but you still have to go down to Boucher Street and get booked.
Let's go. Come on, move it out. Okay, where's your prisoner?
Still don't believe this is happening to us.
Believe it. You ever catch a spider when you were a kid? Put it in a jar and shake it up every now and then. Watch him go crazy trying to get out. When you finally got tired of playing with him, you slowly fill the jar with water. And watch that poor, stupid spider try not to die. That's what they're doing to us. They've got us in a jar.
What? Don't get so upset, Jimmy.
What are you talking about? Don't get so upset. You're telling me that none of the neighbors will talk to you. That you got to take the baby to a strange neighborhood to walk it. And you're telling me not to get upset?
Jimmy, please.
Look, what happened to all of our good friends, huh? What happened to them? Everybody in the neighborhood wanted to be my pal before this thing happened.
Don't. Please, don't! There is nothing that we can do.
There is something we can do. We can thank them. I can thank them all for being such good friends. Well, I can thank them.
Jimmy.
Where is everybody? Where are all my good friends, huh? Why don't you come on out? I just want to talk to you. I just want to thank all you good people for the kindness you've shown my wife and my baby. Come on out! What are you afraid of? I won't hurt you! I won't hurt you.
Why did Benny want us to come here?
Well, the police association picked up the tab for his fees. We may as well listen to what he has to say.
How do we know what he looks like?
He said he'd have the biggest gut here.
You two guys look like a couple of killers. Come on, let's take a steam. I'll get you locked on a couple of towels.
He's gonna be your attorney, huh? Why don't we just plead guilty and save the attorney's fees?
You're supposed to be a couple of pretty tough cops. Well, I hope you are. Because you're looking at an ordeal that's going to test your guts. Like nothing you've ever run into in the street.
How's it look?
Like you walked into the wrong place. Cold-bloodedly murdered an innocent man. Now, it seems to me, you're lucky you weren't indicted for murder.
If it's such a lousy case, then how come you're taking it?
Now, take it easy. Take it easy, Jimmy boy. Dan Turno was an old pal of mine. He told me you got shafted. Both of you good cops. I'll see what I can do. Try to get you out of it. I just finished reading the grand jury transcript. And between the autopsy results and the ballistic report and your friend Homer Barlow from Glanville PD, they got a dead bang case. And you guys got a ticket to the joint. Sit down.
Did you say Barlow?
Yeah, Barlow. He testified that when he came running up to the bedroom door, a split second before the shots were fired, he thought you were halfway across the room.
But that lying creep wasn't anywhere near the room we fired those shots.
Well, the autopsy report said the same thing that Barlow did.
That autopsy was a joke. The reason there was no powder on the body is because they scrubbed it off. Do you know what tattooing is, Mr. Fanning?
My name is George, and yes, I know what tattooing is.
Maybe you didn't know this. Tattooing occurs when a gun is fired within 12 inches of the body. Tiny fragments of powder and lead are blasted into the skin, actually tattooed in there. And all the scrubbing in the world won't get them out.
Oh, that is funny. The autopsy report never even mentioned powder tattooing.
We've got to have another autopsy.
Oh, forget it. They buried Randall Mims 10 days ago. There's not a judge in the county that would sign an order to exhume the body without the express consent of the victim's mother. She wants to see you guys dead.
That's the only chance we've got. Without another autopsy, we're as good as convicted.
Stay cool. That's about the best advice I can give you. Listen, this is an election year. You guys are fair game. Everybody's out to get some mileage out of you.
What does that mean?
Well, there's a gutless DA running for his life, a hot story that's going to sell plenty of newspapers. And there's a guy named Turner who wants to turn the shooting into a great big racial incident so he can walk into the state assembly across your backs. On top of all that, you got a lawyer who drinks too much, cusses too much, and rubs shoulders with too many bums. Now do yourself a favor. Don't give them any more ammunition. They got enough. Now just stay out of trouble.
The car's here.
Thanks.
Are you asleep, baby?
No, Daddy.
Can we talk about it?
Okay, but please don't turn on the light. Daddy?
Yes, darling.
I'm afraid to go back to school.
I know. I know you are. I'd let you stay home till this whole thing was over, but the trial's not going to be for more than a month. It could get put off a little bit longer. Tell you what I'll do. Tomorrow, I'll take you to school. I'll have a good, long talk with that principal. Okay?
Okay, Daddy. I'm still afraid.
Well, you're going to the harbor. I tried to hold on to you, but that came down from upstairs, way upstairs.
Why the harbor?
They want to put you guys on ice. You're too hot, and you don't go to trial yet for another 3 weeks. They're going to let Waldeck try to cool you off.
Who's Waldeck?
He's the captain down there. Watch out for him. Now, he's all right, but he's strictly by the book. It's his Bible.
All right, you two stay out of trouble, and we'll get along just fine. I understand your present difficulties. They're regrettable, but you have your problems and I have mine. And we're going to keep them separate. You won't be working robbery down here. Everybody in the harbor starts out even. Hagen goes on hubcap detail, triplets, missing juvenile. That's all. Or you have 3 weeks and 2 days until you go to trial. Stay clean.
W35, requesting auto status. Boy Adam King, 906.
5W35, stand by.
You're just a little too hinky, cowboy. I think I'm gonna go see what you're up to.
W35, no hits on licensed boy Adam King, 906.
Hey, Danny, you got a minute?
Yeah, what's up?
You been getting a lot of stolen reports on old cars lately?
Yeah, a whole rash of them.
26 to be exact. All in the last 10 weeks, and not one of them's been recovered. So the cowboy goes out in his tow truck, and he rounds up these old cars, and he herds them in here. Paying $50, and they put them in a metal press. By the time they come out, you can't tell that they're stolen. Unless, of course, you want to unfold them and look at the numbers.
That's a nice racket. And I bet half of the victims don't even bother to report it.
Yeah. Hey, that looks like our boy right now.
Let's get him.
Police officers.
Howdy.
Got any paperwork on that car back there?
Sure do.
I'd like to see it, please.
It's in the car. Well, you've been here less than a week, and you've already broken up a GTA ring. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Why were you working autos when I assigned you to hubcap detail?
Well, I really wasn't working autos, Captain. I just ran into this thing by accident.
Listen to me, Hagen. I'm going to talk very slow because I want you to understand this. Everybody is watching you. which means everybody is watching me. They put you down here to get you out of the way, and you will cooperate. Now, I'm ordering you to keep your gun holstered unless your life is in immediate danger, and you will work only the details I have assigned you to. Do I make myself clear, Hagen?
Yes, sir.
I hope so, Hagen, and I hope you're smart enough to realize I'm not joking with you. Now, you take the rest of the day off and think over what I just said. That's all.
Take it easy.
I got a call from someone on the phone that said his friends had left a package for you in the backyard. I looked, and there was a little mound of fresh dirt. So I tried to call you, but they said you'd gone out, gone off duty. So I called the bomb squad. They found something, didn't they? They found your little present.
I'm sorry. I really am sorry.
It doesn't matter.
Unit that's unit, stand by, 1389, go ahead.
What did you find?
A shoebox with 7 sticks in it.
Dynamite?
Yeah, take a look for yourself. Wood. 7 sticks of wood.
I don't understand. What?
They were just leaving a message.
What do you think the reason is?
Hey, they can get to you anytime they want. The next time, that might be the real thing.
Hi, sunshine. Hey, how you doing, huh?
Honey, it's okay. You go to bed. You can brush him in the morning.
What is it? What's wrong with her? I mean, every time I start to come near, she starts crying.
She'll get over it. She just senses that something's wrong, and she's a little confused.
Confused? About what?
She's been hearing things from her school chums. Oh, you know how kids are. They see the papers. They watch the news on television. And there's a cruel...
You're drunk!
Yep. I've been trying to get out of the jar, Louise.
Where were you this afternoon? I called the station. If you had the afternoon off, why didn't you come home and spend it here with your family?
I did come home.
After it was all over. After they'd taken away the little gift your friends left in the backyard. Did you stay here with us when we needed you most?
Yeah, I stayed.
All of 20 minutes.
Honey, you don't understand. I'm in a jar.
Robbery, Bostic. Could you repeat that, please? Hey, you guys, pipe down. Pipe down! A policeman's just been shot.
Charlie Brewer in the L car. Made a routine traffic stop, and the guy in the car opened up with a .45. They're taking him to the hospital now, but he's in pretty bad shape.
I see you've got the news. Forza's on his way to the hospital now. We should know more soon. Until we find out what we have here, I want all investigative personnel to remain in the station, unless I personally cut you loose. Any questions?
There will be a meeting of all investigative personnel in the squad room. Repeat, all investigative personnel to assemble immediately.
All right. We've identified the man who shot Officer Brewer, and we think we know where to find him. Bostic is going to fill you in on the details. Listen to him very carefully. There will be no mistakes on this one.
Male, Caucasian, 6'1", 200 pounds, 24 years old, blonde curly hair, blue eyes. Name, Leroy Pratt. He's an ex-Marine who is being treated for mental disorders as an outpatient at the VA hospital. He was acting freaky this morning, so they told him they were going to confine him for more therapy. He said his unit from Nam was having a reunion tonight, and he just had to go. Knocked a doctor through a glass door, stole a car from the hospital parking lot. Brewer stopped him a few minutes later. He emptied half a clip into Charlie's belly. The reunion story checks out. Commonwealth Hotel. You heard Waldeck. Let's not screw this one up. We want to take this guy alive if we can. But if he puts up a fight, waste him. Waldeck's orders. We just got word from the hospital. Charlie Brewer is dead. Okay, Sarge, we're all set. Now, all you have to do is signal us with your hat when he checks in. We'll take it from there.
Right.
Okay, now we don't want to spook him, so wait until he signs in before he gives the signal. Now, even if you spot him before, huh?
Roger.
Now, Sarge, this is a pretty bad dude. Watch yourself with him, hmm?
Yes, sir.
Good man.
Well, they couldn't put us any further away from the action if they tried.
They did try. Put us on the least accessible door in the whole hotel.
I feel like a rookie.
Take it easy. Let somebody else be the hero for a change. Lift that gun up.
This kind of thing on an old friend like Earl Westfall, your prosecutor. It's a lousy, cheap trick, but it just might work. It's the only thing I can come up with to get the body exhumed for another autopsy. But I want to warn you, it's risky. It could backfire on us.
Do we have any choice?
You want it straight?
Yep.
It's your only chance.
Then we better take it.
Just between us, they're scared to death. I never saw two guys so jumpy before a trial.
I don't blame them. We've got a pretty solid case against them.
Oh, you got a dead bang winner. I'd bail out on those two wise guys in a minute if I could. But I don't stand a chance of them taking me off the case this close to trial.
Why don't you plea them?
Oh, I'd love to, but they won't go for it. They're scared, but they still figure they got a chance with a jury. They've been around long enough to know how easy it is to gull a jury. Well, I couldn't. The only way I could talk them into a plea would be to get another autopsy.
I thought that's what they've been screaming for.
Well, that's what you're supposed to think. You see, they're going to claim that the coroner screwed up the first autopsy. And you prevented them from getting a second autopsy, which could prove their innocence. You did.
That's not bad. The coroner did screw up on the first autopsy when he scrubbed the body.
Well, it wouldn't make any difference, Earl. They're lying.
I'll make you a deal. If I get the body dug up for another autopsy, will you talk Hagen and Triplett into a plea?
Well, I mean, you hand me an autopsy report. I can show them where it says there's no tattooing on the body. They'll fight each other over who gets to enter a guilty plea first.
You've got a deal.
Here we go again. Wonder what it is this time.
Well, didn't they tell you anything?
Nope. We were ordered to report to Deputy Chief Burns at 1100 hours. That's all they said.
Hagen and Triplett.
Yes, sir.
Sit down, please. I understand your trial is set to start soon.
Yes, sir. Jury selection begins Monday morning.
I've called this meeting on orders from upstairs. The department is concerned about your present work status while your court case is pending. Captain Waldeck has furnished us with reports on your present activities, and I'm afraid some adjustments have to be made. A set of guidelines have been drawn up for you, so there won't be any further misunderstandings. You are ordered to make no arrests where a shooting is imminent. You are ordered not to make arrests, conduct investigations, or even serve subpoenas outside the city without permission from a commander or above. You will immediately be taken off any investigation in which a shooting incident might develop. Let's go off the record for a minute. You two are fortunate you weren't suspended when the grand jury indicted you. The department has taken the official position that you were acting within the scope of your duties when you kicked in the door and shot the wrong man. Another shooting incident could be very embarrassing. Do either of you have any questions? I've got a copy of the guidelines for each of you, and I want you to sign the original.
I don't believe it. I swear to God, I don't believe it. Did you hear that business about us kicking in the wrong door and shooting the wrong man?
He doesn't even know what we were accused of. We had a key to get in that apartment. We shot a man trying to grab my gun out of my hand. What do you have, Jimmy?
Give me a beer. Thank you. When that Hagen gets here, I'm up in the other room, all right?
You look so good, hotshot. You having trouble with your gut?
Say, Ed. Yeah? Jimmy's in the John. Said tell you he'd be right out. Okay, good. Let me have a beer. Sure.
I better start cleaning this place up. You're gonna get cockroaches in here now.
You're real funny, hotshot. We'll all be laughing when they put you and Hagen away. You know what's gonna happen when they send 2 cops to the joint? You'd be dead within a month.
Get out of the way, cockroach, or I'll step on you.
Sure, killer.
Jimmy, you all right?
Yeah.
Oh. Can you walk?
Yep.
Yeah. You got a choice, Leach. You can walk out of here, or you can crawl out. You suck fish.
They got 2 autopsy surgeons, 3 forensic pathologists, and 1 ballistics expert. That'd make some poker game, wouldn't it?
I'll see your toe and raise your 4 fingers.
You guys are hilarious. You ought to put an act together. You've just clowned your way through a shooting investigation that put 2 damn good men up against the wall. Well, I think I'm going to give you a little help with your new careers. If that team of butchers down there finds any evidence of tattooing, I'm going to see to it that there's an internal affairs investigation of the 2 of you for dereliction of duty. I call you and raise you your jobs. That's pretty funny, huh? Huh?
The trial of Edward Hagen and James Triplett is now in its 3rd day. Deputy District Attorney Earl Westfall has completed his examination of Homer Barlow. He's the Glenville police officer who's aided officials in building what some sources have said is a near-perfect case against the 2 accused police officers. Give us some comment about the case.
Sorry, no comment. But I will have something to say when the trial is over.
What about the testimonies?
Yeah.
Got a phone call for you, sir.
Thanks, I'll be right there. Listen, why don't you meet me in the attorney's interview room, huh?
Okay.
What's taking them so long? They've been in that autopsy room since 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. That means they've been at it for 26 hours straight.
I don't know. I just hope they do a better job this time.
That was turned over. They just finished the autopsy. Dr. Shapiro.
Hello, George.
Well, what do you got?
We found massive tattooing around the fatal wound site in the chest, as well as in the mouth. And along the inside of the right arm, severe powder burns and lead fragments in the right palm, and burn smudges between the fingers of the right hand. Now, I don't know how they missed it on the first autopsy, but a blind man could have done a better job. However, we made up for it this time. There's not a piece of the man left bigger than a postage stamp, so...
Thank you, Doc. Thank you very much.
I just rechecked the lands and grooves on the bullets against the wound paths of the body. The first shot hit him in the chest, and the second one must have started him spinning. Hey, I gotta apologize. All my findings are consistent with your version of what happened. Sorry.
Don't you guys celebrate yet. It's not over till it's over in court. I gotta get going before Westfall leaves his office. I'll see you in court tomorrow morning.
Here come the shooters.
Hey, Ed, Jim, give us a couple of seconds.
Come on, guys, hold it right there.
Good. That's a good one.
Hey, Triplett, this way, over here.
Got some bad news for you. Westfall recommended that the case be dismissed, and the DA refused.
Why?
The DA's scared. Bernard Turner and the press have built this up so big that the DA's afraid of the publicity. Now, he is running for re-election, and the other candidates would beat him to death with a dismissal.
You mean to tell me that we've got to stand trial on a bum rap just because that gutless, rotten...
Cool it now, Ed. Take it easy. With the results of the second autopsy and Dave Mallory's new report, we got a good chance of blowing that case right out the courtroom. We have. Now, you take it easy. Just sit back and enjoy yourselves, boys.
What's up?
Homer Barlow's number.
If it please the court, people would like to recall Homer Barlow to the stand.
Any objections, Mr. Fenny? Absolutely none, Your Honor.
Your Honor, at this time, the people would offer in evidence the coroner's report of a second autopsy just performed upon the body of the decedent, Randall Mims.
Very well. It will be marked as People's Exhibit next in order. Proceed.
Officer Barlow? You have given detailed testimony to this court concerning the activities of the two defendants. Now, didn't you tell Sergeant Hagan that Oscar Floyd had been seen at or near the apartment on the corner of 5th and Santa Fe? Is that a true statement?
Well, I didn't say that Floyd was actually seen there.
Oh. Well, where were you when Hagan and Triplett entered the bedroom?
In the kitchen.
In the what? I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Officer Barlow.
I was in the kitchen.
In the kitchen? Well, then where were you when the shots were fired?
Still in the kitchen. But now you got to understand, them two guys just took over. I mean, they come in and treated me like I was some kind of small-town hick cop. I didn't even know there was anybody in the place until I heard the shooting.
Randall Mims was there, Officer Barlow. Now, you testified that you entered the bedroom in time to see Hagan and Triplett fire toward the bed from a distance of approximately 5 feet. Is that a true statement?
You will answer the district attorney's question, officer.
When I got there, it was just over, but I saw enough to know what happened.
Your Honor, I'm going to ask that every word of this witness's testimony be stricken from the record.
Can you give us your comment now, sir?
Sure, I'll give you Barracudas a comment, but you'll never print it.
Well, give us something we can print. How about you?
What really happened here?
Westfall couldn't dismiss the case, so he did the next best thing. He had the guts to throw it right back in their faces so they can see how bad it stunk.
You can believe it, honey. It's over. Yeah, it's finished. Everything's going to be all right. Yep, it has been rough. Rougher on you in a lot of ways. Thanks for saying that. Everything's going to be all right for both of us. We're going to work it out. I'm on the way home. I'll see you.
Well, thanks for the run.
Hey, I can't say it's been fun.
Thanks, George.
Okay, Dan, you got me into this. Yeah. These guys owe you a beer.
Right.
I'm going to get drunk for the both of you.
Yeah.
I heard it on the news. Oh.
It's over. Thank God it's over.
Well, they called for you. They said to take the rest of the week off and report on Monday morning to Deputy Chief Burns' office.
Okay.
Come in. Well, congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Justified the department's faith in you.
Well, we didn't do anything.
Of course you didn't. We're all very pleased that everything's turned out the way it did. We'll be going back to work now. Back to the harbor. Just till things cool off. By the way, the guidelines are still in effect. Any questions?
I thought we'd been acquitted.
You were. But you're still hot. You're going to be hot for a long time. So, you're going back to the harbor.
That's all there is to it.
Not for me, it ain't.
Hey! Hold it. Where are you headed?
Personnel. I am going to fill out a transfer request. Robbery, homicide.
All right. We'll both fill out one. We're crazy, you know that. You heard what Burns said. We're still in the jar.
That's right, partner. But nobody's filled it with water. Yet.
11 Mary 6, call a station.
1305, John Frank William 899.